consideration. Imposter syndrome is not for those doing nothing. It is always for those people that have things going on for them, that are showing up, that are trying as hard as they can. And so imposter syndrome is there not to water down whatever it is that you are doing, but to remind you to be better, to remind you to look back, to remind you about a number of things. And so the thing I tell myself and those around me are a few things. One, you are the man in the arena. You are the one whose face is marred by tears, by sweat, by the blood. You are the one who is doing. Do not take advice from those people out there that are making nothing out of their situation. Every single day when you wake up, every single day when you put yourself out there, situation every time. You are the main character of your story. And being the main character of your story means that you decide what happens. You can own the story, but you decide the outcome. And three, you need to build personal stability. And personal stability is not about, it's not just about all the other things that you see. It's not your branding. Forget about your brand. Personal stability is that foundation before your fame. It is that foundation that makes it easy that even when everything is stripped off you, it gets easier for you to get back up. You need to also put in mind that you are enough. You are enough. Your dreams are valid. And you need to live that dream. Dreams are the cheapest thing in the world. And that is why it is so easy to dream. But you also need to understand that with those dreams, without actions, you are just daydreaming. Again, the fear is normal. You are the one in the arena, so just do it anyway, do it anyhow, and come back to actually see that something worked or it didn't. And always remind yourself that you were born for the spotlight, but you need to be stable so that the lights on the spotlight does not flicker at every point in time. Walk into every room like you own the space. Understand what it takes to be in any room. Understand what it takes to take on any assignment. Understand what it takes to live the life that you desire. No one is going to live that life for you. No one is going to bring you whatever it is that you want. Not your husband, not your father, not your family, nobody. It is you. So if it requires staying up late, please do. Madam Amina said something the other time. She said, every single day, you are moving in a season and you are moving toward a season. And so you want to, check everything that you're doing, because sometimes anxiety, fear, and all is a result of not being self-aware and not understanding some part of our journey. My mentor will always tell me that there is clarity in motion. But most times, because we do not understand the situation, we kind of want to stay stuck, trying to get clarity on everything. Please, don't do that. It is going to be normal to face doubt. It's okay to doubt yourself, but remember and remind yourself that you are doing it. And another thing I do for myself is I have something called achievement inventory. So every single nice things that you say to me, oh, Balkis, I love your session today. If it's in a text, I screen grab it and then I save it. And so on the days when I feel like, what exactly am I doing with my life? Does this even make any sense? I am not getting what I need. I am not getting what I desire. I go back to these messages and I realize that every little thing that I do that I do not love, that I do not like, that it looks as if it's not good enough and all, it is helping somebody one way or the other. And so what I do is go back to those messages. What I do is go back to those screenshots. What I do is go back to those emails. What I do is go back to every single thing that uplifts my spirit and remind me that I am doing my best, even though I can be better. But until I am better, it is fine to be where I am. And finally, please remember that people need a hand. But it doesn't have to be the hand of a genius. I am not the best person to speak on any topic. But I am the best person because I have experiences, I have stories to tell. And so because that is your reality, please just be the person that helps people. Any project in this world needs money. So Accelerate your financial stability. Start with small skill sets. Can you write? Then do something with your writing. I'm transitioning from creative writing to technical writing, but do something with your writing because it is not complete without financial empowerment. So don't wait for anybody coming to bring anything to you. What exactly do you have that you can start with? Start writing, freelancing, blogging, become a virtual assistant, start anything that can bring you money. Build mental resilience by consistently taking action because confidence will always come from the actions that you take. So take small step, be consistent, whatever it is that your goal is, be consistent with it. Surround yourself with those people that they uplift you, even if they are not at your level, even if they are higher than you are. Make sure that they are uplifting you, they are challenging you, and then you need to choose your growth over fear. Finally, take action for other women, like my ED, Madam Nura said. Mentor a young girl in your community. Support women-led businesses, organizations, and anything that you can think of. Advocate for policies. It is very, very important. But however that you look at it, you are the main character of this story. So start where you are, use what you have, and learn as you go. Thank you very much.
See, there are some things that you look at and be like, where is it easier to tackle this issue from? And so be so honorable, be so grounded in your Lord, get rid of any normalized nonsense, and nobody knows what that is more than you. So check your heart. Is it the thing where maybe sometimes you just feel like, okay, some things are just okay to do when you know that they are not? Is it that maybe they are, you're not even sure? But trust me, if you take your Bible, your Quran, whatever it is that is that guiding book that leads you, you have a spiritual mentor, not just that you're doing this thing on your own solo. While you need to have a connection with your Lord, I will even draw your attention to journaling. Write every day. Write like you're writing a letter to him. Let him know your problems. While you're writing that letter on paper, those problems on paper, gradually solutions start to come because you're calling on to him. There is no problem that is too big or too small for him to help you do. And trust me, like she said, you have to build yourself to a level where you're giving out value and that value is fetching you money. You're giving out value and that value is fetching you money, or else we haven't started these conversations. So please know your worth, and your worth in the sight of your Lord, not in the sight of any human being, not your friends, your husband, your father, your parent, none. In the sight of your Lord, and keep moving, because the world will tell you who you are not. But if you know who you are, be grounded in yourself, you will stand again and reaffirm yourself before you even look for anyone to reaffirm you. Thank you.
So please, education is a barrier. Schooling is not a barrier. Thank you very much. I am the first child, so I am going to speak from the perspective of how my siblings, how we actually rotate this whole thing. Yes, politics starts from home. But one thing I've also come to realize is that even there are some things that you as the first child want to put forward that they are against it as parents. But that's fine. What I would advise is first, have the buy-in of your siblings. Whatever the thing is, make sure that your siblings are on the same path with you. They are in the same thought process and wavelength with you. First thing, because when your mommy is saying A, your daddy is saying B, and your siblings are also saying C and D, it can be a very big problem. But have them locked in on that conversation. Then, which of the parents is easier to actually talk to? Start with that person. And make sure if the person has more authority, bring to them many results. So for me, when I started this journey of speaking, writing and all, nobody understood anything about it. They felt like, oh my God, what is this girl doing? And I started to tell them about people that are doing so many things out there. I started to show them so many things. They were still not convinced. I started to tell them more about my own things too, what I am doing, who has invited me to do this, what I have done. I even make, as I am talking to you right now, there are short clips from these sessions that I have, and I'm going to just send it to the family group. Oh, today I had a session on this, and I spoke about this. That is a way to start to get them to buy into that idea. And then, when it's just that, when you now have that person, you are showing them the results and all, make sure that at every point in time, they can find you. Because one of the biggest problems we have with our parents is They don't want anything, but they want to be proud of you. I want to tell you that if they think that whatever it is,
Hey, we've learned a lot. Hi, I've learned a lot. I have learned a whole lot today's from today's webinar, and I hope you have. So